A young boy was feeling sad because he had to move to a new city. While playing with his toy airplane, his uncle, Porter, got a job there. Suddenly, a countdown began, and a tower in the distance lit up. Porter was surprised to see it working. However, something terrible happened, causing chaos and destruction all around. In the midst of a damaged building, Porter discovered a strange object. He tried to escape, but couldn't because his device wasn't functioning. He wasn't sure if he had somehow ended up in a different world called Echo, which he had been trying to reach. Inside the laboratory, everything was in ruins, and there were injured people trapped under debris. After a perilous journey, Porter finally managed to escape from the wreckage. He witnessed a city in ruins, with wrecked cars and lifeless bodies scattered everywhere. Nevertheless, he knew he had to reach the tower in the distance. Porter got in touch with his colleague, Abigail Voss, who was astonished to learn that he was still alive. She informed him about an attack on the laboratory and the destruction of the object. Abigail shared her location with him. She explained that a company named Ultraplex had constructed the tower years ago, which could harness energy from other universes to power the Earth. Porter, a former astronaut and physicist, had been invited to assist in testing the tower. Abigail was impressed by his skills. During the interview, Porter prioritized his family, which Abigail respected. She reassured him that his family would be taken care of, and he would have an opportunity to achieve remarkable things. Abigail handed Porter a folder containing classified documents. With anticipation, he opened it, ready to embark on their next perilous adventure. In the midst of a desolate city, Porter walked with his nephew's toy airplane in hand, desperately trying to reach his sister on the phone. Unfortunately, his attempts were in vain. It hit him like a lightning bolt. This was Echo, the parallel Earth he had successfully jumped to. Oblivious to the turmoil around him, he pressed on towards the towering structure, completely unaware of the chaos that lay in wait. The sight of destruction and lifeless bodies strewn about hinted at a quashed rebellion by the city's residents. The reasons behind it perplexed Porter, so he delved into the mystery, unearthing a startling revelation. The rebels initially targeted Ultraplex Corporation employees, but their rage spilled over, engulfing innocent citizens as well. Their leader vehemently condemned the corporation's towering monolith, convinced it posed an existential threat to the entire planet. The activation of the tower a week prior had plunged the world into instability. Ultraplex, not one to take things lying down, responded with a show of force, unleashing security drones and expanding the evacuation zone around the tower. As Porter absorbed these messages, his attention was drawn to the unnerving sight of restless flocks of birds and an ethereal glow illuminating the sky, raising suspicions of a gravitational anomaly. Unfazed, he pressed forward, stumbling upon an abandoned boat stranded in the middle of a forsaken street. But fate had another twist in store. A sudden explosion rocked the vicinity, leaving Porter nursing a wounded hand. Seeking respite, he sought refuge in a nearby pharmacy, tending to his injury, while realizing that his enigmatic cube was nearly fully charged. Emerging from the pharmacy's sanctuary, his eyes widened in horror as a drone mercilessly attacked a car occupied by unsuspecting individuals, obliterating it before his very eyes. The attackers, sensing his presence, turned their attention towards him, forcing him into a desperate retreat. Yet, amidst the chaos, a familiar face emerged from the pursuers. Michael, Porter's former comrade. Shock and disbelief etched across his features, as he couldn't fathom how Porter had cheated death, having witnessed his supposed demise firsthand. In a sudden frenzy, an alarm blares, piercing the air, as a combat drone emerges dramatically from a concealed pipe. Michael swiftly reveals his enigmatic cube, and the drone delivers an unsettling revelation to Porter. He's been officially declared deceased and commanded to stay put. But just as the tension reaches its peak, the sky becomes a stage for a mind-boggling spectacle. A blazing train hurtles down from the heavens, igniting the atmosphere with its fiery descent. With a jolt, Michael yanks Porter out of his daze, urging him to escape from the danger closing in. In the chaos, Porter's memory flickers back to the day Abigail introduced him to the mysterious laboratory, unraveling a tale of how the corporation triumphantly confronted the energy crisis. Two brilliant scientists paved the way, constructing a towering marvel capable of birthing an alternate universe, brimming with limitless energy, yet devoid of life's familiar presence. This audacious creation harnessed the power of gravitational portals to ferry that energy into our realm. Now, Porter stands at the precipice of his mission, plunging into this parallel Earth, armed with the cube, to navigate a maze of possibilities and secure its installation upon the tower's sacred terminal. In the present, Porter's mind swirls with confusion as he confides in Michael, grappling with the unsettling resistance exhibited by the system, as if craving tangible objects from our tangible world. It's in this very moment that a car screeches onto the street, Abigail emerging with an accusatory finger pointed at Michael, holding him responsible for the lab's destruction. Wary of her motives, Michael urges Porter to be cautious, casting a shadow of doubt upon Abigail's intentions. Nevertheless, Abigail implores Porter to join her on a journey to reunite with their leader, Reynard, a beacon of hope amidst the chaos, to set things right once and for all. However, before they can respond to Abigail's plea, the drone resurfaces, unleashing a barrage of lethal fire in their direction. Seeking refuge within an unclaimed vehicle, they courageously fight back, unleashing a relentless assault that brings down their mechanical nemesis. As the dust settles, the scene shifts, transporting us to a time when the airwaves crackled with breaking news. A multitude of vehicles vanishing into thin air, leaving a perplexed world grasping at fragments of a grand puzzle, all triggered by the tower's enigmatic activation. Back in the present, the aftermath of a devastating explosion draws a curious crowd, their gazes fixated on an upturned car. Amidst the chaos, Abigail's voice pierces through once more, her words bearing the weight of a name, Reynard, a figure destined to play a pivotal role in their journey towards redemption. Undeterred by their near-death encounter with the drone, Porter remains resolute in his mission to reach the tower and restore order. Unfortunate news reaches them as the woman reveals that their adversaries have destroyed the cube, rendering their efforts seemingly futile. Little does she suspect that Porter possesses a hidden backup copy of the cube. Reluctantly, she agrees to join him on the journey to the tower. As they traverse the city, they encounter treacherous floods and witness bizarre scenes on television. Ocean liners defying gravity. Seeking shelter in a covered gallery, they stumble upon a chilling sight: the eerie arrangement of bodies along the street. Michael unveils the truth behind this macabre display, exposing the corporation's security personnel as the culprits. Another drone materializes, forcing them to seek refuge amidst the wreckage of a crashed plane. However, their hiding spot is compromised when armed men discover them, sparking a fierce shootout accompanied by explosive chaos. Amidst the mayhem, Porter's mind drifts back to the day the towers were activated, when hope for humanity collided with the rebel group's ominous predictions of impending disaster. Wounded, Porter's consciousness wavers, granting him fleeting glimpses of the disgruntled rebel leader dissatisfied with his presence among them. Yet, against all odds, the rebels agree to provide medical aid, performing a life-saving surgery on Porter's injured leg, while Michael offers unwavering support. Porter's consciousness fades once again, only to resurface in the midst of the rebel leader's seething anger, directed at anyone associated with the corporation. During the turmoil, they stumble upon a mysterious box among Porter's belongings, leading him to request his release, determined to reach the tower. Abigail is shocked by this revelation, but guards the box's enigmatic contents. Tensions escalate as the leader draws a gun, but their confrontation is abruptly interrupted by a powerful explosion, signaling the unexpected arrival of Reynard's faction, plunging them into an unpredictable maelstrom of events. Porter, Michael, and Abigail ignore the warning and keep trying to escape. They hide in underground galleries, where Abigail reveals something shocking: the cube they have can destroy the whole universe if things aren't balanced. Sacrifices need to be made to save one universe. The story takes us back to the past, where Porter realizes his family isn't happy in their new home. In the present, driven by his own inner struggles, he insists on going back to his house despite Abigail begging him not to. On the way, he sees something unbelievable: a ship defying the laws of nature as it flies into the sky. Sadly, when he reaches his burning home, he finds his loved ones dead. Memories of quitting his job at the tower come back, but then security people from the corporation take him away to their lab. In the present, the same people find Porter in the wreckage of his house, take the cube from him, hurt him, and bring him to Reynard's helicopter. Reynard talks about different worlds connecting, and gives Porter a chance to jump again and save at least one world. Porter pretends to agree, using his piloting skills to divert the helicopter downwards. When he wakes up on the ground, he finds the cube, but the security people show up again. Porter stands his ground, armed and determined, protecting Michael. They leave the crash site in a military vehicle, rushing to activate the backup switch. Sadly, Michael dies at the tower. Undeterred, Porter goes into the tower alone, finds the right place to put the cube, and is about to do it when Abigail appears and shoots him. She thinks this world is already doomed. Disagreeing, Porter manages to activate the cube, but Abigail shoots him again. As everything falls apart, he suddenly finds himself back in his home, surrounded by his family. The movie ends here,